well. I'm here to do a comparison review today on the Miracle Skin Perfector by Garnier, so the Garnier BB cream, which came out early last year, against the Missha Perfect Cover BB cream, which is quite an established BB cream. I think it's like a Korean product or something like that. It's been out for a while, so I thought I'd do a comparison review on those two. A lot of people actually ask me what a BB cream is. Now, BB, like the two words like BB, actually stands for Beauty Balm, which means it is a cosmetic product as well as a skincare product. So there's a few functions to it. Usually one of them is whitening properties, usually BB cream hailing from an Asian country, which I'm pretty sure it's Korea, but please correct me if I'm wrong. So they're quite big on like whitening, brightening effects on the face, that sort of thing, like evening out skin tone. Also usually has anti-aging properties. It works like a serum. There's also usually a high SPF in genuine BB creams as well. So there's sun protection as well as like, you know, the anti-aging and skin sort of taking care of properties, I suppose. Sorry, that wasn't good English at all. Where BB creams differ from a tinted moisturizer is that BB creams tend to target and balance out skin tone, so it actually aims at balancing out skin tone, rather than tinted moisturizers sort of just, you know, for moisturization with a little bit of color in it. So that's basically what they're there Allegedly, for. If you do use a BB cream regularly, like as a part of your skincare routine, I suppose, or like cosmetics routine, it is supposed to work as like a powerful anti-aging serum, as well as like whiten the skin over time. So that's, I haven't been using BB creams for that long, so I don't actually know. I'm not going to really go into that, but that is something that allegedly BB creams are meant to do. Okay, I'm going to be splitting it up into 4 categories, which is packaging and shades, consistency and coverage, functions, and then like the cons of both the products at the end. So I'll start with the Garnier. I'll start with packaging and shades. So basically, the packaging of the Garnier one is just a basic tube like that. It is, how many mils? 50 mils. So it's a pretty decent sized package. It's just a squeezy tube like that. Sorry, mine's a little bit dirty. Don't pay that any attention. And it's just easy packaging. You know, it's quite sturdy as well, so this isn't likely to come off if you decide to travel with it or anything like that. Comes in 3 shades, comes in light, medium, and dark. So I'm the shade medium at the moment, but it does tend to be a little bit on the dark side for me. I'm in C37, so yeah. Missha Perfect Cover BB Cream. I'm number 27, which is, I think it's the second last darkest shade. So the darkest shade is number 31. Now I'll just do a sort of comparison swatch in both of them. Anyway, sorry, and this one has also in a tube, as you can see, but it does have a pump on it, which I really, really enjoy it, and it comes with a little lid. Although this tends to come off if I travel with it, like if I was to go on holiday or something like that, bring this with me, this would actually come off quite easily because it's not very, like, you know, I don't know. And this comes in, I think it's like 5 shades. Again, correct me if I'm wrong on that. Just look like that. And I'll just, sorry, just ignore my nail because it's the nail polish is coming off there, but I'll just sort of blend that into my hand, and the Missha one as well. As you can see straight off the bat, the Garnier Skin Perfector has quite a bit of pink undertones to it, so goes on quite pink, but I'll explain the consistency and coverage in a second, so that it's not a big problem, but I'll explain why in a second. Whereas the Missha Perfect Cover is, in number 27 at least, is quite thick, and it has a little bit of a yellowy beige undertone to it. Okay, so the consistency and coverage. So the Garnier is quite thin. It's quite a thin and watery consistency. It goes on very sheer, so it is meant to be a sheer kind of cover. I would say that it would be at the most a medium coverage. At the very least, if you put a very thin sort of layer on it, it's a very light coverage, light to medium coverage. Not very buildable. The more you put on, the more oily it gets, so you can't, not oily so much, but the thicker and least absorbent it gets. Missha Perfect Cover is quite thick. It's very, very creamy. Goes on like a full-on moisturizer. Like if you were to get like one of the really thick sort of moisturizers for dry skin, that's how it goes on. So it is quite thick. For that reason, it is very, very, it's quite a good coverage, so it's medium to full coverage, this one, I would say. Even with my freckles and everything like that, I would say that it does cover them quite a bit. During the day it does fade a little bit. As I was saying, with the pink tones of the Garnier one, even though it looks quite pink on there compared to my skin, you can see after a while it does sort of fade in. And being a sheer consistency, it does just sort of blend in with the skin and just even out the skin tone. So it's not a huge problem that it is like a pinker undertone. The Missha Perfect cover, being a yellow undertone, I find that it sort of goes with my skin a little bit better, just because I do have the yellowy beige undertones in my skin. I find that it sort of just melts in and it really just blends and balances out straight away. So that's quite good with that one. But like I said, it is quite thick. So again, with this one, you know, just one pump would probably do my whole face for like a medium coverage if I wanted to build it up, which it is buildable. It is quite buildable, this one here, without getting too cakey. Then like maybe 2 or 3. Now the functions of both of these, the Garnier BB cream has SPF 15, so it's quite a low SPF considering that BB creams are meant to be quite high, whereas this one has the SPF 42, so that is very, very high. Even for an Australian summer, I don't know why it's so high, because I've never been to Korea, but I can't imagine that it would get really, really hot. So, but yeah, I guess, well, the higher the SPF, the better, because the more it protects your skin. So that's, you know, I'm not complaining about that. This one does even out redness. It does cover, you know, dark spots, like spots under your eyes and stuff like that, but not very well. So it won't cover my freckles. You will be able to see it. If you were to have pimples or like, you know, really bad bags under your eyes or something like that, then it won't cover that. But it does even out the skin tone, so it looks as though your face is just like the one sort of even colour. Missha Perfect cover has, like I said, SPF 42, completely evens out the skin tone. So I'm saying, like, because it does have a yellow undertone as well, which tends to negate like a lot of you know, like the bluish base or the redness and all that sort of stuff, it just completely evens it out. So it actually looks like you're wearing quite a thick foundation, but then it doesn't feel thick, and it doesn't and it's not really thick at all, because it just works to even out the skin tone rather than sort of cover the skin. Instead of covering the skin like a foundation usually does, this actually evens it out. So it's not as thick, I suppose. It's not as like covered. It does claim to have skin whitening properties as well, and wrinkle care. So it is sorry, some birds just distracted me, but so it is like a skincare product rather than just a cosmetics product as well. It's quite thick, so it's very, very moisturizing as well. Okay, now the cons of both of these products. The Garnier Skin Perfector oxidizes and fades during the day, so it is a little, that kind of sucks. Like with a powder, it's pretty good, but if you just have this on, then it tends to fade and oxidize during the day, and then, like, you know, my freckles really show up and blemishes and all that sort of stuff. So that's that. I find that it's a little bit oily. I do have combination skin, so in the usual places it does get quite oily, but then sometimes even on my cheeks it tends to fade away. Like, it doesn't dry out, or it doesn't like slick off or anything like that. Oil, it just sort of fades on my skin. Not water or sweat resistant, because sometimes I like to put makeup on and then I just brush my teeth afterwards. I find that I would have like the full-on like patch just around here where I'm like, you know, splashing my face with water to get like the toothpaste and all that sort of stuff. So it's not water or sweat resistant. And I would dare to say that I don't actually think that this is a genuine BB cream. If anything, I would probably class it under like a tinted moisturizer, if anything else, because it is moisturizing, but I don't, and it does, like, you know, even out the skin tone, but I wouldn't say that it does anything else really. Like, even with the SPF, like 15 really isn't much at all. So that's what I would probably say. The Missha BB cream has a thick consistency. Sometimes I find that it is a little bit too heavy. Like, if I just want sort of a sheer cover, I would usually mix these two just to get that perfect consistency, because this tends to be very thick. I don't know, whenever I think of BB creams and like evening out skin tone or whatever, I just imagine it's like a mousse or something like that. It just sort of goes in and just like stays there, but it doesn't feel like you're wearing anything at all, whereas this does, you can feel that you are wearing something. So it is similar to a foundation, but it does like, you know, even out the skin tone and everything like that without covering it. Like, you can sort of tell a difference between the two, I suppose, because it does absorb in and balance out after a while. I hope you enjoyed this review. I'm sorry if it seemed a little bit scatterbrained. I tried to make it as succinct as possible, but I did end up rambling anyway, so yeah, sorry about that. Like the video if you liked the video, please subscribe and comment, and I'll see you guys in another video. Thanks guys.